Boys, it's my time with you. Remember, we can call Mom later, but we need to go home. Nico, they can see me before you take them home. I'm not pushing them away and refusing to comfort them after what they just went through. They're both fine. Neither of them were hurt, were they? If you keep coddling them, they're going to start to make this out to be something super traumatic and blow it all out of proportion. Boys, get in the car now. Nico, we have no idea what they just went through. We don't know what they saw. If they need me, I'm going to be here for them. Let me hug my kids and make sure they're okay. For 5 damn seconds. Car, now? I'm not playing your games right now, Harper. Nico, stop it. There's no reason the boys can't hug their mom for a minute. You're acting like a child right now. Honey, it's our time. I just want us to get the boys out of here. It's the boys' time, and they want comfort from their mother. The only one here playing games seems to be you. If you don't like it, just go home and I'll drive the boys home. Hey honey, I was just wanting to call and see how you and your brother are feeling after everything that happened at school yesterday. I know that must have been really hard on you both. Can you come get us and bring us home? I don't want to be here. I want to be home with you. I wish I could. I'll let Dad know you're wanting to come home and he might say yes. But he may want to have you guys there too so he can comfort you. No, he doesn't even care. He thinks it's dumb that the school is closed and everything. He does care. Why don't you go ask him to watch a movie with you or something? He's not home. Neither is Tara. What do you mean? He said he needed to go to work and that we would be fine at home alone. And Tara has been at work ever since we got home from school yesterday. I don't know when she will be home. She said it was going to be really busy at the hospital for a while. Do you feel okay about being home alone? Dad said I should be, but I'm not. I'm really scared. I keep thinking the guy is going to walk into the house and try to shoot me or one of my brothers. Did you really leave the kids home alone the day after they were involved in a school pew-pewing? I had to work. I don't see what option I have. You had the option to stay home with them. We both work for the same school district. I know they allowed employees with students affected to take off to be with their kids. They should not be alone right now. While I understand that is your choice, you have to respect that it is not mine. You do not get to control how I choose to parent during my time. I'm not trying to tell you how to parent. I'm saying that our children have been through something extremely traumatic and scarring, and they need you right now, if not you. I would be more than happy to keep them while you're at work so they aren't alone all day. No, you don't get to try and use this as an excuse to encroach on my parenting time. Then will you go home please to be with them? I will see them tonight when I get home. They will be fine. They are perfectly safe and need to learn how to cope with their emotions without an adult holding their hand through everything. Did Dad say you could pick us up? No, honey, I'm sorry, but I'm here, okay? You can call me whenever you feel scared, and we can stay on the phone all day if you need to. Your dad said you guys are safe. And he will be home after work. How does he know we're safe? We were supposed to be safe at school too, and we weren't. I thought I was going to unalive. I'm so sorry you two had to go through that. I would do anything to be able to keep you two from having to go through that. Do you want to tell me what you saw? No, because it's going to make you sad and I don't want you to be even more upset. You don't need to worry about me being upset. If it's going to help you to talk about it, I want to listen. Can you just make me an appointment with Mrs. Blank Middle Child's therapist instead? She's always really good at helping me talk through stuff. And the school people said that it's a good idea for us to talk to a therapist anyways. I can make one for when you're with me, but I'll ask Dad to set you up one sooner. He already said he wouldn't. I asked him last night and he told me I just needed to man up and work through it on my. This episode will contain middle child's recollection of what he experienced during the school pew-pewing. It has no major bearing on the storyline. So if you believe the details will be too much for you, please skip this episode. And we will see you in the next. I was walking in the hallway when everything first started. I had to go to the bathroom. I heard a weird tapping noise. And I looked up and saw the shooter standing on the other side of the window in the hallway. He was staring right at me, I swear. I looked at him, and he started smiling with a really creepy smile. It scared me really bad already. And then he pulled out his pew-pew and started tapping it on the window like he was trying to get me to come over to him. And when I saw the pew-pew, I ran as fast as I could. I ran into the bathroom and I was in there with 3 other guys from my grade. We had to stand on top of the toilets with the doors closed so he wouldn't see our feet if he came in. We were in there for hours. The motion lights cut off after the first few minutes. We had to stay in the dark for hours until the cops finally found us. I scheduled an appointment for the boys with their normal therapist on this day. She has availability to call them at these times while they're with you as well to have a Zoom session, just to help them start to process what they went through. Do any of those times work for you? Stop trying to push therapy. Not every single unfortunate event requires therapy and the drama that comes along with it. You're right, not every single unfortunate event does. This, however, is a traumatic and life-altering event. It's in their best interest to have help working through what they experienced. What they need, especially middle son, is to toughen up and figure out how to handle their emotions. They don't need therapy. They're learning how to be a man. Middle son is becoming way too babyfied and sissy. He has been trying to sneak into our room every night to sleep in our bed. You've got to stop the babying and let him actually become a man. They're not men, they're young boys. And did you ever stop to think that he wants the comfort of sleeping with his parent because he stood on a toilet in the dark for hours thinking he was going to one? Alive, and he might be afraid of being in the dark by himself. I'm not dumb. I know why he's doing it, but coddling him isn't going to get him over it faster. He's got to just deal with it and he'll realize there's nothing to be afraid of soon enough. Hi Tara. I just wanted to reach out and let you know that I took the boys to their therapist today after getting them home from you guys. They both, but middle child especially, are going to need time and support to recover and mentally process the shooting. I'll keep you updated. But as a medical professional, I'm sure you can understand the importance of therapy after something like this happens. I'd really appreciate it if you try and speak to Neko about how it will help the boys. Hi, yes, of course I will. I've been talking to Neko about that anyways. I completely agree that they need to go through some therapy after living through that. And I think after a while, Neko is going to come around after seeing how much this will help them. He's so anti-therapy, but it's only a tool to help. Hopefully he sees that soon. I really hope so too. And if you want, you're always free to communicate with me instead of Neko. I can help take over the minor life choices and get them chosen for you. We can try just communicating together from now on. No point pretending like they will never meet each other. Why are you communicating with Tara about our children? The only conversation you need to have about the kids is with me. This needs to end immediately. Tara told me herself she was more than happy to have me message her and then she would discuss my concerns with you. I think it might end up being a good thing and will help us both keep civil conversation moving forward. No, you don't get to unilaterally decide to communicate with my wife instead of me. You are court-ordered to speak to me regarding the children. I am court-ordered to communicate with you about the children via OFW, which I have been and will remain to do. It does not restrict me from communicating with a willing third party. I don't care what you want. I do not want you involving her in these types of conversations. Is there a reason you don't want your wife, the woman you said would be a better mother to my children than me, to be involved in the decisions regarding said? Do you not value her input on the matter? I said not to talk to her about the kids. End of story. If you continue to do so, I will drag you back to court with a contempt charge. I doubt the judge will be happy to see you violating her order. Shortly after this incident, schools let out for summer break. While I was happy that the boys no longer had to worry about being at school for a while after the shooting. This began our first summer of full 50-50ths with Neko. Despite Nico's clear objections to me communicating with Tara, I felt I had no choice once we got to this point. Neko continued to do everything he could to avoid communicating about the children, their needs, and their schedules. I know that Neko said he wanted to keep all communication between himself and I, but I haven't been able to get up with him about anything for the past few weeks. Does it bother you for me to message you? If so, I won't, but it's definitely easier if I can. No, it doesn't bother me at all. I am the one who is basically controlling the family calendar anyways, so you talking to me directly honestly is easier on me as well. Thank you. I don't want to cause issues between you and Neko by messaging you anyways. If it ends up being a problem, please let me know and I'll stop. Don't worry about him. If it upsets him, he can learn to deal with it and get over him. I will be taking the boys to their annual dentist appointment today, informing you per our court order. What do you mean? They've already had their annual done. Why are they going to another? I will give you any necessary updates required per our order after the appointment. Hold on. What dentist are you even taking them to? Because there isn't any record of an appointment for them at their regular dental office. You no longer have final say in medical decisions, and I have every right to bring the children to a doctor of my choosing if I wish to do so. As I said, I will update you once the appointment is over. And that's all well and good, but I need to be informed now on where the children are being seen and what they are being seen for. Your attempts of communicating with me now because you want something versus all summer of you communicating with Tara despite my request not to are clearly in bad faith. I will give you the updates necessary. Have a good day. The fact that you are hiding even the name of the dental practice is extremely alarming. Your inability to follow simple directions is, how did their appointments go? There should be some type of paperwork that details the dentist's notes. If you could send me a copy of it, that would be great. I'm assuming the appointment is over. It's been a few hours since you informed me there was one. Please update on how it went. Neko, it is now nearing the children's bedtime. Clearly they have not been at the dentist all day, so there is no reason for you not to have given me some type of update. The children are fine. There was nothing notable to update you on. What office did you take them to? And was there a reason you wanted them seen again after having their regular checkup already? I took them to a dentist of my choosing. And I will continue to take them to appointments without regard for what you have done to ensure they are receiving the best treatment possible in all aspects of their health. Why are you being so cagey about this? It's extremely bizarre. This is exactly how I felt for the last few years while you lorded your unfair legal power over me through your custody of the kids. You will have to just get used to not having all the information. Hey, do you remember what dentist your dad took you guys to? I want to make sure I have all of your medical records saved correctly. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. Just ask him. All right. Did you at least like the new office? I don't have a problem switching you guys over there permanently if it's a good practice so you don't have to go back and forth. No, that dentist is crazy. He said I need braces, and our normal one said I didn't. I don't want braces. Your dad knows your normal dentist said you didn't need them. I'm sure he's not going to want to waste all that money on something you don't need. I wouldn't worry about it. No, I'm pretty sure he wants me to get them. He said my teeth are starting to look like yours, and he doesn't want that to happen to me. But I don't want braces, they hurt. There's nothing wrong with your teeth or mine, but I'll message Dad and figure it out, okay? He won't tell you. He already said you don't get to decide about braces because your teeth are so bad, and it's your fault we need them anyways. He didn't even want us to tell you. Son is extremely concerned that he needs to get braces. I assured him that his regular dentist and the orthodontist he has seen in the past both said that braces were completely unnecessary. But he is still convinced he will be getting them soon. I am assuming this stems from the dental visit you took them to during your parenting time. Was something said about the boys needing braces? I think it is pretty apparent that the older two boys are both in desperate need of dental care. Their teeth are uneven and crooked, and they do not deserve to go through life looking like that. I know you can't understand how good it feels to have an attractive smile, but they deserve to. Both boys are still growing their adult teeth. Of course, they are not even yet, but their regular dentist and orthodontist have both said braces were unnecessary and purely cosmetic for them. I don't think this is something that needs to happen right now. Your attacks on my physical appearance is noted, but not at all needed for this conversation. I prefer we keep it strictly focused on the children. The fact that you have failed to correct the state of your dental health is exactly why you do not deserve to have a say on the matter. I am simply doing what is in their best interest. My dental health is fine. My teeth are not perfectly straight, but they are not unhealthy. But we can agree to disagree, but I hold firm that taking the children to get a second opinion on braces was the correct decision. It is not an immediate matter, and we can discuss it further once we get to that point. We most certainly will be discussing this much further before any treatment plan is put into place. I still do not even know where you took the children to be seen. Please send the contact information for the practice the children were seen at. I have already told you that I took them to this dental practice. Please refrain from acting as if important information was withheld from you, because that is not something I have ever done. I am the one who has always been kept in the dark on matters like this. If you sent that information previously, it must have failed to come through because it is not on any previous message or email. Please resend it. It was told to you directly at exchange, as I see now that you are attempting to act like this never happened. I will ensure to send all communication via OFW to avoid more false accusations from you. Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Have a fantastic day. Hey, so Neko finally gave me the name of the dentist he took the boys to, and they really did not give me much information on why the boys were seen and if they recommended they get braces. All they said was that they referred Neko to a specialist to review the boy's dental records and his concerns, and that the specialist would be the one to determine if braces were necessary. They refused to give me the name of the specialist. Do you know who Neko took them to? Hey, I had absolutely no idea that Neko was concerned about the boys needing braces. I know he mentioned that Middle's teeth had some gaps, but that's all. I don't know if he even took them to a specialist, but I will ask him and find out. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Middle and oldest are really worried and don't want braces, so I just want to be able to comfort them. No problem. I know how difficult it can be after parents split and how key communication is on co-parenting. My parents split when I was a kid. And trust me when I say they might even have had a harder time getting along than you and Neko. My mom cheated too.